Hi, welcome to section 2 video 8, and in this video we're going to be talking about some of the online tools for keyword research that we can use, both free and paid tools. So let's jump straight into it then. Which are the tools that I use on a daily basis pretty much? The first one is Google Keyword Planner. I'll talk about these more in greater detail once I go through them all. Next one, SEMrush, and the next one after that, Google Trends. And then there are a couple of other ones I'm going to mention, but I'm not really going to go through in greater detail, mainly because I think these other three tools do a great job without having to use these other two tools, but also because Keywords Everywhere in particular has changed a lot since I was using it. It's now actually a paid tool. I don't think you need to pay for Keywords Everywhere, seeing as I think these other tools are better. So they're the main reasons, but I wanted to mention them because they are very popular. And actually Answer the Public does have some pros as well, particularly when it comes to finding blog content, which I'll talk about shortly. So Google Keyword Planner then, this is a free tool you can use, and I'll show you this very shortly, and it's great for doing all things keyword research. What makes it so good is the fact that Google is supplying this information around keywords, so you know firsthand it's kind of the most accurate information, or likely to be the most accurate information. SEMrush is also a great tool for keyword research, and it uses the information that Google provides, and it has a few extra features as well, which I think make it worthwhile. It is a pay tool, SEMrush, but I think it is worth the money each month. Google Trends is the third one that I use very frequently, and again, this is a free tool, and again, data provided by Google, obviously, but it has a few nice features which also make it very useful. So that's a very basic overview of these tools. I'm not going to go into greater detail in each and every one of these tools to kind of show you their features, pros and cons, and why I use them on a daily basis. Okay, so now on Google, and I'm just going to search for the first tool that we're going to use, and that is Google Keyword Planner. So it is a little tricky to set up in the sense that, this is the one you want, by the way, the first result. And it's tricky in the sense that you do actually need to create a Google Ads campaign, but it's dead easy to do, and actually it takes you through this process. So your first step will be to click on this button, go to Keyword Planner, and then it will then take you through the steps of creating an account. I say it's tricky because you do need to actually put in your payment details, and you do need to jump through a few hoops. However, you don't have to pay for any of this stuff. You don't have to pay to actually use Keyword Planner once you've got the payments all set up and everything. It's just there as a way for Google to try and hook you in with advertising, essentially. But once you go through those process, input your payment details and cancel the plan so you don't have to pay any money, you will then be taken to something that looks like this. So this is the Keyword Planner. I'm just going to select one of these many accounts that I have for my current role. And if I then click on this thing here, discover new keywords, this is where we can start to do our keyword research. So for example, let's say we have a website which is selling dog products. Might as well stick with dog products. I'm doing it all of the course so far. So let's search for maybe dog food. So we're a company that is selling dog food on our website, and we want to try and target keywords, commercial keywords relating to dog food. So if I click that and then enter again, now searching for keywords relating to dog food. So I wanted to pick out a few really cool features about Keyword Planner. The first is if I scroll down, then it gives us a bunch of keywords relating to dog food, and a few important details here. The first one is this column here, average monthly searches. This tells you how many people are searching for this keyword every single month. Because we're looking currently in the UK market, then this tells us what it is for the UK, but we can change that by country. So if I wanted to change it to, I don't know, United States, let's say, instead. So I'll click on that instead. It's obviously a much bigger reach. So obviously a much bigger country than the UK, much more people in it. So if I get rid of that and just change it to the US, what we'd expect to see is this search go up. So yeah, average monthly searches have gone up massively. So it's now 135,000 searches every single month. The other important column here is the actual competition column. So this tells us, okay, how hard is it going to be for us to rank for this particular keyword? So dog food, as we'd expect, is really hard to rank for. So we've got a competition here, high, and it's high, medium, or low. So actually all of these keywords are quite high, apart from dog food advisor, which is a bit more niche, still quite a lot of searches, surprisingly, and that's quite a low competition according to Google. The other column, I suppose, is worth highlighting at this point, although not super important, not one I look at that much to be honest, is this other column here, top of page. So this is relating to PPC. So this tells us how much companies are bidding for this keyword. And it's a whole other topic and a whole other course I could do on PPC alone. But essentially, the higher this value is, it suggests that more people are bidding for that keyword and therefore more competitive it is. So £2.37 per click for that keyword dog food is quite high. Anything less than £1 is quite low. So actually from dog food, you can see here that that keyword is only 0.51 pence. However, that from, I suspect, is a brand. So it's going to be very hard to rank for that, which is why the competition is high. It's going to be hard to rank because that from brands, this company, is going to be putting out a lot of content that's targeting that keyword, that brand keyword. So yeah, very hard to rank for. So those are the main columns I wanted to highlight. You can see there's a bunch of keywords we could try and rank for. And just to kind of break these down a little bit more. So obviously you've got the main headline keyword dog food, but we've also got best dog food, chewy dog food. What else have we got? A couple of brands here. So Blue Buffalo, I suspect a US brand. Same with Royal Canine. Dog Food Advisor, as I mentioned already, quite a random one. I don't even know how you say that. I guess that's another brand. Grain-free dog food, that could be a good one to target, although it suggests it's quite hard to compete for that one. Purina dog food, I know that's a UK brand, probably a brand across the world. Same with Pedigree. Homemade dog food, okay, slightly less competitive, medium, but it's a bit random. And actually, I think if people are searching for homemade dog food, they're not necessarily looking to buy homemade dog food from someone else. They're probably looking to make it themselves. That would be my suggestion. Dog treats, it's quite an interesting keyword we could target. And there's a few ways we could kind of go about finding or sort of refining this search. So if we wanted to look at which are getting the most searches per month, we could sort that column just by simply clicking on that top of that column. And now it gives us some more ideas. So it gives us kind of a different breakdown of these keywords. So some of these aren't particularly relevant. So large breed dogs, not really relevant, which is probably why it's good to stick with the first one to begin with. Anyway, that's kind of given you an idea of some of these searches. And of course, we can then refine this a bit more. So instead of having just dog food, we might want to search for dog food. What was that one? Grain-free dog food. So let's search that, grain-free dog food. So it's a little bit more specific. It's probably going to bring us back fewer search results, and hopefully we might be able to find some keywords which we could actually look to target. So if I'll go click on that column there to order by relevance. So you see there we've got dog food again, grain-free dog food, chewy dog food. So again, some of those keywords we've already seen a few times. Scrolling down a bit more, science diet dog food. I don't know if that's a brand, probably not. It's a little bit random. Dog food brands. So yeah, you get the idea. Let's try a different search. So instead of saying dog food, let's say we're looking to sell dog leads. Let's see what this comes up with. So again, quite a commercial search in the sense that if people are searching for this, they're looking probably to buy dog leads. So here we have dog leads, not as many searches per month as we'd expect as dog food, gentle leader harness. So not always particularly relevant. Retractable dog leash. So that's quite interesting. So instead of dog lead, you might want to include dog leash because it's pretty much the same thing, just a synonym. So we can include that for next time. If I go back down to the search results, if it'll let me scroll, just get rid of that. So yeah, dog leads, what else have we got? Rope dog leash, again, slightly different. Flexi dog leash. So you can see actually this is a little bit more, giving us a few more options than what we had for dog food. So lots of keywords we could potentially use. So really useful tool. Those were the kind of the main things I wanted to pick out about Google Keyword Planner. The other things worth noting is you can, of course, change the language and country, as we've already discussed. This graph here, which obviously you'll have seen, I hadn't even mentioned it, but essentially this tells you the kind of seasonality of those keywords. So for example, if we're searching for keywords relating to Christmas or some particular holiday, then we'd expect around, say, for Christmas in December, we'd see a spike for that particular keyword. So I might as well show you that example. Let's say we're looking for Christmas baubles for Christmas trees. what we'd expect to see in this graph is, yeah, we've got a spike here in December, as you'd expect, and then the rest of the year it's pretty flat, and actually not many people are searching for it. So very high seasonal product. So those are the main things I want to show you about Google Keyword Planner. Very good tool. I use it every single day for my role, and it is a great tool in the sense it's free as well. So this is one I would definitely turn to.